This is science revision for weeks 5 and 6. Right. This is the first slide titled Level of Organization in the Human Body. Karen, can you explain it briefly, please?
Yes, the first you have cells in your body. A group of cells, they form a tissue, and the tissues make up an organ. The organ makes up an organ system, and the organ system makes up the whole body, which is the organism.
Good. So this is our chapters about the organization of the human body. We start with a cell, the functional cell that has a cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. A group of identical cells in shape and do the same job, they form a tissue. A group of tissues, they form an organ. A group of organs form a system. And a group of body systems, they form an organism. So our chapter, our lessons about this. Okay? What is a tissue? Muhammad Ali, can you read it, please?
A group of cells that have the same shape, live very close together, and do the same job.
So this is a general definition of a tissue. They should have the same shape. The cells should have the same shape. They should be close to each other, and they should do the same job. Okay? Oday, how many types of tissues do we have?
Connective tissue, tissue, muscle tissue, nervous tissue.
So we have 4 types of tissues in the body. We have the connective, epithelial, muscle, and the nervous. Abbas, what is the function, general function of the connective tissue?
It has blood.
Example of a connective tissue, the blood.
Yes.
Okay, blood is considered as a connective tissue.
Yes.
Okay, can you give other examples of connective tissue? Like what? Hamad Ali?
Muscle tissue.
Muscle tissue is not a connective tissue, it's a type of tissue. Okay, I need other examples of connective tissue. Abbas said blood, Rama. Tendons and ligaments, very good. Okay, tendons and ligaments are also types of connective tissues. Ali Rai, where do you find a tendon? It's between what?
Between the
Tendon.
tendon.
Between what? It's not found in the picture. Tendon.
Tendon. Between two.
Tala, tendon.
Between a muscle and a bone.
Very good. Between a muscle and a bone. Okay, so the tendon gets connect the muscle to the bone. Ala, ligament. Between what? Ligament. Between what? Hamad Hassan?
Between bones.
Exactly. It connects 2 bones. It's found between 2 bones. Okay? So this is a general description of the 4 types of tissues. Tala, can you read the first one? A.
Epithelial tissue makes up your skin. It covers your body. It also lines your internal organs.
Thank you. Rama. B.
Most of your body mass is made up of muscle tissue. When you move, muscle tissue contracts and relaxes to allow the movement of your bones.
Good. Linda. C.
The bones and cartilage in your skeleton are made of connective tissues. Tendons and ligaments are also connective tissues. Tendons connect the muscle to a bone, while ligaments connect bones
Together. Okay? Karen, last one. D.
Nervous tissue transmits messages in your body to tell the muscles when to contract. The nervous tissue makes up your brain, spinal cord, and nerves.
Good. Type. Second level organization from tissues to organs. So first we studied the tissues, 4 types of tissues. Second level of organization from tissues to organs. Okay? Type. Here we have 2 examples of 2 different organs, the heart and the stomach, having different types of tissues. Ala, stomach. What type of tissues do we have in the stomach?
Smooth muscle tissue, loose connective tissue, nervous tissue, blood tissue, columnar tissue.
Columnar epithelium. So what are the tissues found in the stomach? You have the muscular tissue, connective tissue, nervous tissue, epithelial tissue. Okay? So we have 4 different types of tissues found in the stomach. Hamad Ali, what is the role of the muscle tissue of the stomach? No, it's not 5.
Blood.
No, blood is type of connective tissue. The blood is a connective tissue. Okay? Hamad Ali, what is the role of the muscle tissue?
protect in Arabic.
No. What does it do?
It
Abbas?
It says it makes up the odor and it makes up the stomach wall.
Yeah, what does it do? What is the function?
Protect the stomach.
Ali?
Protect the
No, it's not protecting the stomach. Hamad Hassan?
It helps the stomach wall to control.
Yes, it helps in the work, the movement of the stomach to contract. The stomach needs to contract to allow the digestion of food. Okay? Other types, what about the nervous tissue? What is the role of the nervous tissue? Yes, Rama?
epithelial tissue.
Nervous tissue, what is the role of the nervous tissue of the stomach?
Nervous tissue.
What does it do? Karen?
Nervous tissue.
Nervous tissue.
It helps the heartbeat slower and faster.
Not hard, about the stomach. Hamad Hassan? General role, we studied the nervous tissue. What has a general role, the nervous tissue? Linda?
Nervous tissue sends messages to the muscle.
Yes.
Cells and
In all organs, the nervous tissue has the same function in all organs. It sends messages to the muscles to contract. So the stomach has muscles. The nervous tissue sends orders and sends messages to the stomach so it can contract. Okay? Epithelial tissue of the stomach. What is the role of the epithelial tissue? Ala? Epithelial tissue of the stomach. What does it do? Muhammad Ali?
Covers the stomach.
Covers the stomach and what? Abbas?
the acid.
It protects the stomach from the acid. Okay? So, the same thing for the heart. It has a muscle tissue, a nervous tissue, epithelial tissue, and so on. It also has the same role as the stomach. Clear? So these are two examples of organs made of different tissues. The third level of organization, C, from organs to systems. Tala, can you read please? The human body.
From the organs to systems. The human body is organized into different systems. Each system has a specific task that helps keep you alive. But your body systems also work together on its own. A single body system cannot keep you alive.
So the different organs will form body systems. Like in the first picture, we have different bones forming the skeletal system. In the second picture, we have the nerve, brain, spinal cord forming the nervous system, the circulatory system, the heart, and the blood vessels, and so on. So your body has many body systems. All together, they form a living organism. And all the body systems depend on each other. Any questions on this?
No.
Now we solve some questions about the lesson. Question 1, Ali Rai, can you read please?
A tissue is a group of cells of identical shape and do the same job.
True or false, Ali?
True.
It's true. Okay. This is the general definition of a tissue. Sajid, the B.
Epithelial tissue make up your muscles. False.
False. How do we correct it, ya Sajid?
Epithelial tissue make up your skin.
Good. So instead of muscle, we should write skin. Okay. Ala, C.
The tendons connect the muscles to a bone.
True. Okay. The ligaments connect bones together, or the tendons connect the muscle to the bone. Okay. Ahmad Hassan, D.
The blood is a special part of nervous tissue. False. The blood is a special part of connective tissue.
Yes. Instead of nervous, we should write connective. Oday, last one.
A group of different tissue of an organ. True.
Group of different tissues form an organ is true. Organ is formed of tissues. Any question on this? Question 2, Karen.
The organ is formed by the same tissues.
No, different tissues. Like, remember the example of the stomach? It had nervous tissue, muscular tissue, epithelial tissue, and connective tissue. So it has 4 different types of tissues, one organ, the stomach, same as the heart. Okay, so the organ is formed of different tissues. طيب Karen, question 2.
The organ is the stomach.
Yes, you can pick this from the figure. It's found in the figure. This is the stomach. Okay, so the organ represented in this figure is the stomach. Rama, B.
Is this organ part of the digestive system or respiratory system? Digestive system.
Yes, it's a part of the digestive system. Abbas.
Give the name of the different tissues that constitute this organ. Muscle tissue.
So the muscle tissue, continue.
Connective tissue.
Connective.
Nervous tissue.
Nervous.
Tissue.
Do you have any more tissues? Epithelial tissue. Okay, remember the epithelium that protects the stomach from inside from the acid?
Yes.
So we have the epithelial tissue. Okay, but Hamad Ali, D.
What is the role of the epithelial tissue of this organ? It protects the stomach from the acid and cover it.
Yes, it protects the stomach from the acid. Okay, any question on this? From acid. Now the second lesson, the nervous system. Okay, A. Read Linda, please. A.
The nervous system sends, receives, and processes nerve messages
Throughout the body. Okay, it's not 30. So this is the general definition, the function of the nervous system. Okay, it sends, receives, and processes nerve messages. B. Ali Rai, can you read B, please?
The nervous system
Consists of
brain, spinal cord,
nerves,
nerves. The brain is protected by the skull,
cranium,
while the spinal cord is protected by the
vertebral column. As you can see with the first figure, you have the skull. The skull is the bone protecting the brain. Did you see it?
Yes.
So the skull is protecting the bone, or called the cranium. The second figure, the vertebral column, you can see the yellow spinal cord. Did you see the yellow spinal cord? It's inside the vertebral column. Here in this figure, we have two vertebrates. 1, 2. So we have two vertebrates, and inside them we have the spinal cord. So don't be confused by the vertebral column and the spinal cord. The vertebral column is made of bones. It protects the spinal cord. Because the three main parts of the nervous system: brain, spinal cord, and the nerves. Okay? Yes, Linda?
The skull is the strongest bone in our body.
Yes, skull is the hardest bone in the body, protecting the most important organ of the brain. So, part C, Hamad Ali, read please. We have
two types of nerves, sensory nerves and motor nerves. The sensory nerves take the nerve message from the sensory organ to the brain or spinal cord. The brain or the spinal cord sends a nerve message to the muscles through the motor nerves.
So as you can see with the figure, we have two types of nerves, sensory nerves and motor nerves. Okay, the sensory nerves, they take the nervous message from the sensory organ, which could be eye, ear, nose, tongue, or skin, to the brain or spinal cord. Then, after the brain or spinal cord gives appropriate orders, analyze the information, it will send the nervous message to the motor nerves. Okay, so please don't be confused by the sensory or motor nerve. Both are nerves, but it depends how it's taking the message. If it's taking the nervous message to the brain, so it's sensory. If it's taking the nervous from the brain to the muscle, then it's a motor nerve. Okay, any questions on this?